You can take the initiative to sell. You can put effort into making the case for change, for winning people over. You can work out how to get people on board and keep them on side. You can work at engaging people and motivate them to play their part. You can keep yourself motivated, and in turn you can act as a role model. This is not about your ego. Yes, you're willing to take the initiative and put yourself forward to make the case for change. However, you can also see your part in the scheme of things. You see where you fit in, what your contribution is to the team as a whole. There are limits to how far you can go on your own. You need to take steps to get other people to buy into your plans. In the beginning, you might need to start small. Seeking out 1 or 2 colleagues who share your goal will keep you motivated. You can start by working with a small number of supporters to get things off the ground. However, whatever your project is, there's a very basic question that people will want to ask you before they decide to get more involved. You need to prepare an answer to the question, what's in it for me? When you turn to people for their help, they will already be busy with competing priorities and difficult workloads. You need to anticipate their questions and have your answers at the ready. Answers to questions like, why should I get involved in your project? How much extra work is going to be involved? Is there any reward for me or my team? What are the potential benefits? The degree of commitment to collaboration varies enormously. It's easy for people to say yes in principle, but this doesn't give you a reliable indication of the true depth of their commitment. You may need to push people to prove their commitment, rather than just assuming they will be true to their word and be there when you need them. In general, don't make assumptions about people. Don't automatically dismiss someone because you assume they will have nothing to offer. Everyone has something they can contribute, even your critics. You can take steps to try and understand the point of view of the people who want to actively or passively sabotage your project. You can try to understand the other person's position, and you will then have a better chance of overcoming their objections. Think of people as being like a radio. Maybe you don't like most of the stations that they broadcast, but turn along the dial, retune to a new frequency, and you may well be surprised to hear something you like. A lot of the time when people are against your plans, it's because they feel they have not been listened to. You can seize the initiative by going out of your way to demonstrate that you are listening. The volume of dissent will usually die down as a result. It's even more powerful if you can win over a critic. They can work on your behalf to persuade other critics to give your ideas a second chance. There's a balance to be struck in keeping people on board. On the one hand, you need to be motivating people, keeping them informed, making sure they understand what is required of them. On the other hand, you need to be monitoring that they're doing what you need them to do. Therefore, you might need to monitor that things are being done on time, within budget, and to the right quality. If necessary, you might also need to deal with underperformance. It's tricky to maintain a good balance between motivating and monitoring. So the question to ask is, how are you going to keep people on board?